All right, so we're live and we're going to try 2019 HKDSE paper 3, part P2 task. Now we've skipped the listening, the note-taking part, so I won't have sufficient information. Nonetheless, we can still try. So let's go to the paper. And Remy, do you have a hard copy of a paper or do you have a soft copy of the paper?
Hard copy.
Hard copy, okay. How about I send you a soft copy? And are you looking at this Zoom from your mobile phone, an iPad, or a laptop?
You mean I can use the soft copy and?
No, I'm asking. Right now, we're talking. We're talking on Zoom. Are you talking from a laptop computer, a desktop computer?
Phone.
Your phone.
Just a phone.
Okay. Do you have access to a laptop computer?
Access?
Yeah. Can you use a laptop computer or a desktop computer?
Oh, I haven't downloaded the Zoom in my computer.
Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We'll do tasks 9 and 10. And what I'd like you to do is to talk me and talk our audience through what you're doing, okay? So that might be helpful for you to make clear your thinking and your approach. And that might be helpful for everyone who's listening, okay?
Okay.
There we go. Let's pretend that we've just finished the listening component. And excuse me. What will you do right now? So you've just finished the listening component and you're going to start, let's say, task 9. What do you do?
First, I will separate the task into small tasks because the task require ask me to include the main thing. First include the main thing and mention the standout thing is a second thing, and so I need to look for those two parts, and I will have a look at page 5 first, and to find whether it have the data for the task 9.
Okay, so you're looking at page 5 of a data file for the instructions to task 9. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to page 5 of a data file. Okay. On page 5 of a data file, I see a film talk forum website.
Yes, I think it's related to the task 9, and I will put a 9 number on the page.
So put a number 9.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will look at page 6, and I think this page is not related to the task 9.
Okay. So page related to task 9. How do you know these things? Can you be more specific?
I look at the capital letters because I think they may be the main messages for the whole pages, and I find the keywords, the electronic drain, and I'm thinking this whole page is talking about these things and is not related to our festival program.
I'm okay.
So sorry. I think I think this page is related to task 9. And
nice. Okay. I agree, because on for the instructions, the task 9 text for program, I see this phrase, the electronic durian, and this is a durian. It's a fruit. It's a very smelly fruit.
yes.
So, and I see the electronic durian here again. And I also see it here. Okay, so it seems like this phrase is a key phrase to completing task 9. And,
Yes.
and so going back to page 5 of the data file, I see electronic durian. Okay, good. So I see this key phrase here. So maybe this this document may be useful for task 9. And then I go to page 6 of the data file. And when I skim, that is, just quickly look over the words in this document, I see the electronic durian. Not only that, but I also see this Interschool Visual Media Society Committee. So I suspect this might be useful as well.
Oh, yes.
So I have a question. Why didn't you look at page 4 of the data file?
Oh, sorry. I already look at it because initially I separate the task. The task 9 have two small tasks. The first is include the main thing of the film and outline of the plot, and the second thing is mention that standout things. I already look at it in the first time.
Okay, let's do this again. So what do you look at first? Do you look at task 9 in the question paper, or do you look at page 4 in the data file?
Page 4.
Okay, so before you even go to page 4, okay, so first you look at page 4 of the question answer book. You look at task 9. Okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then you go to page 4 of the data file. Okay. And usually, actually, let's say almost always, the document following the note-taking sheet contains the instructions to the tasks. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in which paragraph should you find the instructions to task 9?
Third paragraph.
The third paragraph. Okay. And that would be second. Okay. So we should find the instructions for task 9 here. Okay. Now you had mentioned 2 subtasks. What are the subtasks for task 9?
First is include the main theme of the film but first is maintain the theme of the film.
Okay.
And the second is write an outline of the plot.
Yeah.
And the third thing is mention the standout thing.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, what about the last sentence of this paragraph? Talk to me about it.
I think it's a tip for us to find the 2 pages of the first. The one is interview with Isabella Luna, and the second page is film talk on the 2 pages must be related to the task 9.
Okay. So what we find in this instructional document are the instructions to task. Not only do we find the instructions, we also find some helpful hints.
Yes.
Files to which we can refer. In fact, all of the tasks have some helpful hints. You can start by, okay, start by. So all of the tasks leave some clues for us to start our research. Okay, interview with Isabel Luna and the Film Talk Forum. So what I would do is interview with Isabel Luna in the Film Talk Forum. Then I'll go to the table of contents.
Table of contents. You mean look through all pages?
No.
You may look at the interview and the film talk form.
So page 2 of your data file has a table of contents.
Oh, okay.
You see the word contents here, and this is actually a table. A table in a document is not like a table on which you eat your dinner. A table has columns and it has rows. So this is a table. Okay,
Yes.
so this is the table of documents. So what I'm doing is, because I've seen these clues, interview with Isabel Luna and the Film Talk Forum, I'm going to the table of contents to identify what might be useful. So I see Film Talk Forum website. Okay. Now, I need to find an interview with Isabel Luna. I don't see Isabel Luna here. Uh-oh. But I do see interview. So this might,
Yes.
okay, so this might be useful. So I'm going to go to page 5 and pages 8 and 9, visual confirmation. Are these things the actual things that Ringo wants me to look at? Okay, yeah, Film Talk Forum, Electronic Durian. So we have visual confirmation that this might be useful. Okay. Now you'd also mentioned page 6, but I'm not going to page 6 yet. Okay, so now I see interview. I'm going to start to skim. And okay, I see Isabel Luna. So I have visual confirmation that this is the interview with Isabel Luna. So I'm going to refer to these. So I've identified pages 5, pages 8 and 9. And now I think I'll use your approach and just look through the rest of these documents to see if there's anything that might be useful. Okay, so I'm going to use your approach now. Just look through some of these things. Do I see any of the keywords? Like, for instance, I see electronic durian here, and I see Ringo. So maybe this is useful. And again, I'm using your approach. I'm just looking for some words. Okay. I don't necessarily see anything that might be useful here from extract from government cross-departmental regulations. See, page 7. No, I think this is related to the cinema. No, I don't see much there. Okay, and then that's how we arrive at page 6. So page 6 might be useful too. So in sum, we have pages 5, page 5, pages 8 and 9. We might have page 6, and we might have page 10. Okay. Does that make sense? What I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. Now talk to me. What are you going to do now? You've identified some sources. What do you do?
I will look through each pages I found maybe useful for the task 9 and which relate to our subtask, and I will pick them up and write, such as 9.1 is the first subtask, and 9.2 and 9.3, and try to organize them into different subtasks.
Okay, so going back to the specific subtasks, let's be systematic about this. We need to include the main theme of the film. Okay, include the main theme of the film. Include the plot, an outline of a plot. Okay, an outline of a plot. Okay, then we're going to mention the standout scene. Okay.
Yes.
What are you looking first, Remy? Which document?
Film Talk Forum. website, the page 5.
Okay. Now, how are you reading this? Are you skimming? Are you reading intensively? Are you reading fast or are you reading slow?
Reading fast.
You're reading fast. Okay. So did you find anything in the Film Talk Forum website?
I'm looking at it.
You're reading fast, right? You said you're reading fast. Fast. I think we need to read slowly.
Yes.
So we need to read slowly, and we'll probably need to read things again.
Okay.
So we're looking for either the main theme of the film or an outline of the plot or a standout scene. So if we look at the main theme of the film, we should expect to find some kind of adjective or noun, some kind of conceptual word. Themes are usually conceptual things, ideas. If we're looking for an outline of the plot, we should see some action words and signposting words. If we're looking for a scene, we should have some specific details of who, what, where, when, why. All right, so again, because we know what the subtasks are, we should be on the lookout for certain words. So I'm just going to put that down that I'm going to look for abstract words, adjectives, and nouns. Okay, I'm going to look for signposts. Then I'm going to look for specific So in my mind, I'm going to look for these things. Okay, and now we have to read slowly. I'll read aloud. You gotta see this movie, little Alexi says. Totally rocks to see the virtual reality on 360-degree headset. You know what I'm saying? You can see everything all around you, candy for the eyes. Filminator 91, saw it, yeah, the VR is mind-blowing. The best movie I've seen visually in many a year, period. Nice to watch, but what's it all about? Oh, what's it? Oh, what's the movie all about? Okay, here we go. We're wet uni, so tired of dummies not getting the meaning of this genius film. Okay, here we go. Now I see what's it all about. This, the meaning of this genius film. Okay. Don't you get it? the meaning? Don't you realize all these evil corporations? You don't need me to give you names. Make us see the world the way they want us to see it. See it. This means the world. We are all Sammy. Whoa, who you calling ignorant? What makes you such an expert? Teach film studies at top UK university. Are we done now? Wonderful movie. I will never look at noodles the same way. Okay, if you're looking at something, okay. LOL, laughing out loud. Yes, I know, noodles. I can't believe that so many people have been criticizing this movie. I saw a YouTube review saying how worthless a movie it was. Unbelievable. It's the best movie of this millennium. Who cares? Cinema is dead. Long live Netflix. Yay. Actually, it's not. How many times have we heard that? Guess what? Idiots saying TV's gonna destroy cinema. Never has. End of story. Who's calling who an idiot? I've got access to hundreds of movies at home on Netflix. Once everyone's got that, who's going to bother with the cinema? Answer, nobody. Well, everybody, actually. It's basic psychology. Not that you know what that word means. Humans need group experiences. Understand? That's what people, even idiots like you, will always need to go to the cinema to share the experience. Okay. So we can see that there's no other additional form to read because we look over here and you see it's page 1 of 1. Okay? Nothing else to see right there. Nothing to see. But it seems like we found something. Okay. So going back here, Rowette Uni is helping us to complete which task, do you think?
I think it's the main thing.
Yes. So what are some key words? The meaning of the film equals main theme. So we have to know that they're related words. Main theme equals meaning of film. Okay, sure. Super duper. All right. So what would you write in your notes?
I just put the number 9.1 near the root weight unit, and it's just a mark for myself to remember all the content. And he said is I should copy it in a main thing part.
Can you say that again, please?
I just underline some tenses. I think I should copy it and maybe yes, but underline the tenses. All these evil operations makes us see the world the way they want us to see it. We are Sammy. And I put 9.1 just near it.
Operations make people see the world in the way that they want. people see the world. So I've just taken a note on the main theme that evil corporations. I'm not sure if it's all corporations. It's hard to say if Rowett is speaking about all corporations or just the evil ones. I'm not sure if she implies that all corporations are evil. Corporations make people see the world in the way that these corporations want people to see the world. So to be clear in my writing, I don't use pronouns. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Here's a top tip that corporation.
So we should identify what is not evil corporation.
I'm not sure yet what's evil. I don't know about that yet. But I do know that when I write things out, I definitely don't want to use any pronouns because they're confusing. I should be very clear as to who us are, who they are, who us are, what it is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Because Rowett is trying to confuse us with all these pronouns. It's best not to be confused. Okay. So we found something. What's next?
We have a look at page 6 and do the same thing again.
Okay. So we're at page 6, minutes of the meeting of the Inter-School Visual Media Society Committee. And I have in mind the subtask that I'm looking for the main theme of the film, abstract adjectives and nouns. Maybe I can find something to confirm what I found on page 5. Looking for an outline of the plot, which includes perhaps signposts and action words. And mention the standout scene. Okay, specific details. Here we go. Are you going to read this fast or slow?
I just look at the page and I think it's not related to task 9 because I find the most of the I think it's about the cinema and not the film.
Okay. Now answer my question. Did you read this fast or slow?
Fast.
Okay. Good. Because you were reading, right? You can't read minds. You actually have to use your eyes and do some thinking. And on second thought, you realize, wait a second, page 6 doesn't seem necessary. Okay. Now, I would follow Ringo's instructions. Okay, so I would go to pages 8 and 9 next because he told us to do it. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So he told us to go to page 5. We went to page 5. We found something. Next, we'll go to pages 8 and 9 and we'll probably find something. Then, just to be sure, we'll go to the pages that he didn't tell us to look at just in case we find something. Okay, so that should be our priority.
Okay.
After we look at pages 8 and 9, then we'll look at page 10 and maybe there'll be something there. But I suspect there'll be something on pages.
Yes.
Here we go. Are you going to read this fast or slow?
Slow.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Mm.
So tell me, what did you find in your reading?
I find the plot and the standout thing in the page 8.
Okay. Now, talk to me about the plot. What words do you see?
I saw the words the turning point
Okay, so you see turning point, yeah.
and uh, and
That's
plot important for the plot
Say that again. What did you see?
and plot in,
Where's the word plot?
and it's said by approach and it's third paragraph.
Third paragraph. Okay. Yeah, okay, good, yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And
So something is important for the plot. Something is important for the plot. Okay. That, that's the turning point. Okay. What else do you see? Tell me more about the plot.
and most exciting part to the shoot.
The most exciting part of the shoot. Okay. The most exciting part. Is this a part of the plot?
Oh, it's standout thing.
Okay. Good. Now we're starting to understand. Okay, the standout scene. So the standout, something that stands out is something extraordinary, not normal. The most exciting part is not normal.
Yes.
So now we've associated most exciting equals stand out, something extraordinary, extraordinary. Good. So, just going back to the referencing that. Okay, so that's the most exciting part of the shoot. Okay. So are you going to take notes now, or?
I already take it.
Okay. Are you taking notes for the plot or the standout scene?
Both. I just underline referencing word the notes. I put a mark around it.
So what do you actually write? Like, let's say for the standout scene.
I I just I write the 9.2 and I will and I can I take a pictures because I don't know how to describe.
Well, you can describe. I'm actually interested in what you will write. Ultimately, you can't submit a picture on your HKDSE, so you have to write. You have to write words. So I'm wondering what words you will write to complete task 9. Specifically, the task, the subtask of just mentioning the standout scene. For instance, you can't copy everything from the document because there are too many pronouns that would confuse people. For instance, there's that. That's the turning point. That's when. That was. It's important. So what do you actually write? You actually can't write that. That would confuse people. Look at all this that. What do you actually write?
I should write sentence without pronouns to tell the audience clearly what the plot is.
Yes. So can you tell us, the listeners, what you would write?
Oh, okay. The plot. But shall I mention the character of the Sammy?
Yeah. I think it's a good idea because we have to mention the standout scene, and our expectation is we should have specific details of who, what, where, when. So it's good to mention that in the standout scene, the main character, Sammy, standout scene, the main character, Sammy. Okay, now we need some actions. Yep.
So we should introduce the character or just briefly oh, maybe I just straightly right now standout thing is the first day Sammy it's the first day Sammy has her first job at the corporation.
I'm very confused.
Yes, me too.
So, are you taking notes? Again, I want to be very systematic and coherent. Are you taking notes about the outline of the plot or the standout scene?
Standout scene.
Okay. Now let's be careful. The standout scene. The, in this case, refers to one and only one. A movie has scenes, more than one. So we're just looking for one scene. So we
Oh,
be
oh,
looking for one instance of specific people, actions, place, and time. Now, we had already identified that most exciting is similar in meaning to stand out. Okay, sure. So it seems like this was extraordinary. All right.
yes.
All right.
I
So
find the
figure out what,
standout thing.
and what I'm trying to get you to do is to use your own words because you can't just copy. If you look at my screen, you just can't copy exactly what's written because it's confusing. Look at all of these pronouns. What does that refer to? That, it. So you need to clarify your understanding. What the heck is going on? What is this scene? And so we had identified in the standout scene the main character, Sammy. Okay, Sammy has to do something, right? Again, our expectation is we have specific details. So, what are the details of what Sammy does?
Um, I don't know. I just saw that. I just see some noodles. What is noodles?
Okay, you see noodles. Okay, so you see noodles. All right. Okay. See noodles. Those noodles. What? Which noodles? Right? Those.
I don't know.
That's confusing too. You have those noodles. All right. Now I need to draw your attention to where I've already done most of the drawing. I think that's important. What I've been drawing with that, 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 that. You see Dr. Wu actually drawing the arrows between that. That's cohesion. That is, all of these are related. Okay. So I suspect the description of the standout scene is in this section right here. Okay. So I see Sammy. Now, what's Sammy doing?
Sammy. Um, um, Sammy takes.
Yes, now it's hard. Now you must look back. What is them? Okay. So,
Sam,
yep.
Sammy takes license off.
Okay. I think you mean contact lenses. Here we go.
Oh, yes, contact lenses.
Special contact lens. Now, contact lenses help people to see, just like glasses help people to see. Okay? But contact lenses put in the eye, so the lens touches the eye. Contact put in contact lenses. Okay, contact lenses. That's okay. So Sammy takes her contact lenses off, or removes her contact lenses. Okay, we can try that. The main character, Sammy, removes her contact lenses. Okay, now keep talking to me.
And maybe we should write that Sammy had to wear special contact lenses for the film first, and should take it off.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked you before. Are you taking notes about the plot of a movie or the standout scene?
Plot.
Okay. I thought we were taking notes about the standout scene.
What? What? It, I haven't know. I didn't know what is the standout thing is, and how can I just put it in the standout thing?
Okay. So I'm going to take you through the thought process. If you're looking at my screen right now, and hopefully I can mute this. I can't mute this. But there are 3 subtasks. 1, include the main theme. Okay, I think we found information about that. When we say main theme, when we read, whether it's fast or slow, we should look for abstract adjectives and nouns. Okay. So it seems like we found a very abstract idea. This is a very deep idea on page 5. Okay, sure. Then we're supposed to include an outline of a plot, which is a summary of the story. So in that way, I'm looking for signposts and action words, sequencers. Okay, let's just use signposts, sequencers, and action words. When I'm looking for the standout scene, which is a 3rd task, I'm looking for specific details. Who, what, where, when. Okay. Going back to the the document, you found the most exciting part to shoot. And we decided most exciting means stand out. Because not everything is exciting. And the most exciting is extraordinary. Standing out means extraordinary. So ultimately, we found something. I think we found the details to the standout scene. Hence, that was the most exciting part to shoot. That. What does that refer to, Remy? And
Oh.
draw arrows. I started to circle that, and I start drawing arrows because these are clues in the text to say, hey, this.
I know, I know it now.
And I'm asking you to write down, as you would in task 9, what that scene is.
Okay.
So I started to write down in the standout scene, the main character, Sammy, right? You have a name, it's a specific detail. There's a specific action. She removes or takes off her contact lenses. Then I'm asking you to continue. So what else happens in that scene?
Sammy takes her contact lenses off and she suddenly sees the real world.
Yes. Yes. Not the one the corporation created.
Yeah, not the one the corporation created.
So, suddenly sees the actual world. Okay, I'm just using different words so as not to copy everything. Suddenly sees the actual world and not the world that the corporation created. Okay. So I think we found that. I'll just add the standout scene is the turning point of the movie. The standout scene is the turning point of the movie. The main character, Sam, removes her contact lenses. She suddenly sees the actual world, not the world. Okay. So I suspect, just going back here, we're going to finish now. The next line, Brock says, it's, again, it, more pronouns. This is very confusing. What is it? All very different from the beginning of the film. Okay, now here we go. I have identified signposts and sequencers. So I suspect we're going to hear, or we're going to read about the plot, the outline of a plot.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll probably find, oh, here we go. I'm reading fast now. Scenes, not one scene, but I'm starting to see scenes. Okay. And I see this adjective, ideal. Okay. I'm just going to add that to the standout scene. She suddenly sees the actual world and not the ideal world that the corporation created. Okay. Good. That's nice. So I think we're on our way to finding all the information that we need to complete task 9.
Yes.
Good. What questions do you have?
Um, I will, so can you tell me how we can what the process we just done before, because I want to note down and try to do more practice to follow as the steps.
Three things. One, you can refer to this recording. This is two. We can practice this on Thursday. We can have another Zoom lesson and Mr. Bond will be with us and we can go through this too. And three, now I will summarize one final time. So for part B2, after we've done the listening component, I'm going to go to page 4. I have insider information. I know that the instructions for the B2 tasks are almost always on the page, the document, following the note-taking sheet. And usually the instructions are listed in order. So I look at the second body paragraph, second. I identify the task, that is the subtasks, main theme, plot, standout scene, and then I know where to find all of the stuff. Okay. Then I go to, I note this down on my note-taking sheet. I've written down the subtasks. I've written down my language expectations, what I expect to see. Then I go to the table of contents to try to find the files or the documents. And so I find the documents that Ringo was telling me to look at. I find them on pages 5 and 8 and 9. Then I look at the other documents of the file just in case there might be something useful. And I think, okay, maybe page 6 and maybe page 10 of the data file might have something useful there too, because there seem to be some keywords there. Okay, fine. So I note them down and then I go systematically through the sources. So my order is going to be page 5, pages 8 and 9, page 6, and page 10, because Ringo told us to look at pages 5, 8, and 9, but we also found pages 6 and 10 might be useful. So we go in order. In page 5, we're looking for certain kinds of words, and we found certain kinds of words. We found the abstract idea, and we wrote that down as the main theme of the film, or the, what's the phrase they use? The meaning of this genius film. Okay. Then we went to page 8 and 9, and we found the word plot. Awesome. And we also found most exciting part to shoot. We also found turning point. So these are special words that indicate something extraordinary. So this might be the standout scene. All right, so because we found similar words, I think we're in the area. Now we have to decode the text. There are a lot of pronouns, that, those, it, and we have to figure out what actually happened. What are the specific details of this scene? And so we finally decode that. And then we see words in the document, signposts and sequencers that suggest we're finding information about the plot. We see scene and scene. So we start seeing scenes. We see beginning. So we're like, okay, now they're describing the plot. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No. And I think I have a more clear mind to do the tasks.
Great, that's awesome. So for Thursday, we can continue with part B2. We can do another listening paper. We can do whatever you want. Okay. So would you let me know what you would like to do on Thursday morning?
I want to do the task 10.
Okay. Then we'll do task 10 Thursday morning, perhaps with Mr. Bond. And we can do it, I think 9 a.m.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording now.